Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I will discuss National Aerospace Science and Technology Park interview experience for the position of embedded system engineer. So this is interview experience which is conducted recently by National Aerospace and Technology Park in 2025. So the first question is about your introduction. So first of all, you need to introduce yourself. If you have any experience, so you need to also mention your current job experience, and moreover they are also interested in your university from which you are graduated. So moreover, if you are graduated from a university which has multiple campuses, so they would like you to ask from which campus actually you are graduated, right? Then after the introduction, they will ask you about your final year project. So what you have done in your final year project. If your final year project is related to their work which they are doing in National Aerospace and Technology Park, then they will be more interested in your final year project. Otherwise, they will just move to the next step, next question. And if you are currently working in any company, then they will be interested in that company, which type of work you are doing there, and your experience and your projects. If, for example, if you are working already in an embedded system company, then they are interested in your projects, what you have done there. So after that, actually, National Aerospace and Technology Park mostly work on SOCs, and the short form of systems on chips, especially zinc system on chips. Might be there are some other technologies also on which they are working, but SOC is the technology which is almost working in every division of National Aerospace and Technology Park. Every division have some common technology on which they are working is SOC, according to my knowledge. So if you have an experience of development on some system on chip, especially on zinc system on chip, then they are more interested in your work. Okay. So after that, they ask me some basic questions like what is the difference between the fixed point and floating point arithmetic. So if you have good concepts related to DSP and digital logic design, then this interview is not very tough for you, especially if you have done some projects whether on real hardware or on simulation. If you have done some practical, then this interview experience will be very easy for you to clear that interview. After that, the next question they ask is about the differences between the VHDL, very high speed integrated circuit, hardware description language, and the Verilog. So what are the differences between these two languages, and in which project or application you would like to use VHDL, and in which application you will prefer to use Verilog. After that, they ask me some question to check whether I have done some work in VHDL or I have created some projects or not in VHDL. So if you have experience in FPGAs, then this experience is also good. If you have experience in microprocessors, microcontrollers, then this would also be good, but they are more interested in the concepts related to digital logic design, digital signal processing, and especially they are interested in the FPGA experience. If you have, then they will prefer you. So they asked me about how we can implement the FIFO in VHDL language. If I want to implement the FIFO, then what would be the steps I need to take to implement that FIFO in VHDL? And as you know, FIFO is kind of a memory, so where you is kind of a buffer, right? FIFO, the full form of FIFO is first in, first out. So it is kind of a buffer, so you need to have some memory allocated on the back end. So they are interested on whether where I would allocate that memory, which memory I would like to use. So after that, they ask me some really simple question like what is asynchronous reset. So if you've done course in digital logic design, then this would be very easy for you. So any reset which is independent of the clock is called asynchronous reset. And they would actually interested not only in your concept, but also what are the applications of that concept in real world. So they ask me what is asynchronous reset, and followed by the question where we need this kind of reset. So as asynchronous reset requires a clock, so if we insert reset or push reset in any system, and if the reset is synchronous, then after the next clock edge, depending on your logic, that reset will be executed, right? But if it is an asynchronous reset, then it is independent of the clock, it is executed immediately. So in application where you need fast reset, or in mission critical applications where you need to reset your device immediately, in that case you need that kind of asynchronous reset. And then as I have some kind of experience in zinc as SOC, so they are interested whether I have done some real world projects on it or not, as they ask me questions on which website of the AMD the zinc SoC drivers are available. Then the next question is what is the DSP 48 block, as they rigorously work on digital signal processing and that kind of application. So they're really interested if you have good concepts or some projects in which are based on the concepts of the digital signal processing. So DSP 48 block is actually a block in IP block in Vivado, which is available for I think it is a part of the PL fabric of zinc SoC, which is especially useful if you want to do some kind of multiplication operations. So this block is useful in that kind of applications. And after that, the basic question from the digital logic design: what is the difference between the gray code and the binary coded decimal? And they may ask you about one hot and other kind of encoding schemes. So, and finally, all questions more or less would be from your projects which you will mention or your resume. So please write your resume. Only write those projects which you have done by yourself, or you at least you have some kind of experience with that kind of projects, so that if they ask questions from that projects which you have mentioned on your resume, so you can easily answer those questions. So if you have written some fake information, fake projects on your resume, and if they ask questions from that projects and if you are not able to answer basic questions, then it is not a good. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you will find this video useful. If you have any experience with these kinds of interviews related to FPGAs or zinc devices, so you can mention the question the interviewer asked from you in the comment section of this video. So I hope I will make more videos related to my interview experiences which I give in my whole life. So goodbye. If you like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel as well.